It's an honor to be here in this church tonight with its great history of the fight for freedom and justice. And as the Reverend said, it's from this very church last year that we launched Viva Palestina 2, the Lifeline to Gaza from the United States, which Councilman Charles Barron and Cynthia McKinney and 200 other people brought truckloads of medical aid to the people of Gaza. Thank you all for being here tonight to stand up to the new McCarthyism, the modern witch hunt that seeks to label anyone who opposes Israeli apartheid and the endless stream of weapons and dollars that our government pours to the state of Israel a terrorist. Reverend Daughtry mentioned Joshua Nkomo and the freedom fighters of Zimbabwe who spoke here in this church. Well, Israel is the Rhodesia of the Middle East. And it's a sad thing when so-called liberal Democrats are taking a lead in this witch hunt or doing the job of right-wing Republicans are acting like fascists. That's right. And I'm sad to say that these new McCarthyites have denied our main guest speaker, former member of Parliament Ahmet Farouk Unsal, the right to enter this country tonight. He was not allowed to board his plane in Turkey. This is a man who's been to this country many times. He was an elected member of Parliament and a member of the humanitarian organization IHH, which is being so demonized, but which operates in 106 countries, including Haiti. But we do have with us Brother Kevin Ovenden and Sister Yara Lee, who were on the Mavi Marmara and saw the crimes that were perpetrated there, and their voices will not be silenced. We are here tonight to stand for freedom, not only the freedom of the heroes of the Mavi Marmara to speak, and your right to hear what they have to say, but the freedom of the Palestinian people of Gaza to choose their own government. And their freedom to believe in the right to return to their own land from which they were expelled, and to live in a Palestine free of apartheid. Because that is the reason for this terrible blockade. That is why the people of Gaza are denied jobs and clean water and electricity and are dying from lack of medicine and can't rebuild their homes and can't even get toys and school supplies for their children. That is why 9 men died on the seas 3 weeks ago, because the people of Gaza dared to vote in a democratic election and choose a party that has not relinquished the right of the Palestinian people to return. Senator Chuck Schumer, the man who was babbling about, the man who, when you look up weasel in the dictionary, his picture is there. The man who was babbling about unarmed activists brutally assaulting Israeli naval commandos, he really said that. And he made it clear that the people of Gaza, he wants the people of Gaza to be strangled economically until they accept that Palestine should live under apartheid forever. It's not about weapons, it's about freedom. What can you say about a man like that? But we are here tonight to honor heroes. Yara Lee, Kevin Ovenden, the 600 passengers of the Mavi Marmara, and especially the 9 men who gave their lives to bring medicine and wheelchairs and toys and paper and building materials, all things prescribed by the Zionist state. Ibrahim Bilgin, the oldest, was 61. Farouk Dogan, 19, was the youngest. He was a U.S. citizen born in Troy, New York. I thought the government of the United States was supposed to protect its citizens. They risked all to bring life to the people of Gaza, and they were murdered in cold blood, shot in the head, executed by a gang of heartless killers who, I'm sorry to say, were paid from our tax dollars. And because just like every bomb and every missile that has fallen on every school and home and hospital in Gaza and Lebanon and so many refugee camps is paid for by the United States. And they dare to call these heroes terrorists. These politicians, these pampered politicians who never risked anything in their lives, for which they were not, and who never did anything that was not safe and expedient, and for which they were not paid. I speak particularly of City Council Speaker Christine Quinn, Manhattan Borough President Scott Stringer, Representatives Jerry Nadler, Elliot Engel, Anthony Weiner, Carolyn Maloney, David Weprin, and Charles Rangel, who tried to stop this meeting here tonight, who are walking in the footsteps of Joe McCarthy. Let us not forget they have supported every act of terror by the apartheid Israeli state against the native people of Palestine and its neighbors. They have voted time and time and again to turn our dollars, our hard-earned dollars, into missiles and bombs that Israel rains on the children of Palestine and Lebanon. They cheer the massacres and the cruel blockade. It is no exaggeration to say that their hands are dripping with blood. But they represent much bigger forces. I speak not only of the Zionist lobby, vile as it is, but the powerful corporate and military forces in this country who forever want to see the Arab and Islamic world and Africa and Asia and Latin America ground down and divided, who don't want to see a free Palestine in a free Middle East or a strong, independent Turkey living in harmony with its neighbors, who profit off war and destruction. See, the struggle to break the blockade of Gaza is the frontline struggle for the freedom of all humanity, including us here in the United States, who want to live in peace and harmony with the majority of people of the world, not with corporate powers in the Pentagon. And that is why the ships will keep coming. There is a ship of Lebanese women approaching the coast of Gaza now. There is a ship of Jewish people, including an 89-year-old Holocaust survivor, coming from Europe. There are ships coming from all over the world. And I have to mention the Rachel Corrie, because Rachel Corrie still lives in that ship. And they can kill and they can jail, but they will not stop the ships. We will break the blockade. Nadler, Schumer, Weiner, Clinton, President Obama, all of you, the ships are going to keep coming. The blockade will be broken. And let us, all of us here tonight, say that we were a part of making that happen.